Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, and she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. Now my phone be blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she ain't next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might be coming at it. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it now, I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back one sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, now you know what's next stage. You been rockin' with it all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a five-star, baby. Packing out to see this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her,
hold up, why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets, cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here, ain't stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for closing. Cause they know I go again and go again. And when they in a drought, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team, they ready to go again. Running into us, we'll gladly send you home again. Yo, we don't talk, better know the grind, gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I'm winning again and again and again, and it's all on repeat. I'ma just sit at the top cause I'm running it, dog. On me, I don't know defeat. Had to get back on the phone. I told them don't play with my name cause I know that it rings. They want my spot at the top with the crown and they ask who should rock it. I tell them it's me. I'ma always win.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it two string, you ain't seen it like that, yeah. And it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mafia, Bitcoin on an absolute tear, hitting those all-time highs once again today. Bitcoin is absolutely unstoppable, but are we going to see a pullback here? We're going to talk about the key levels as we have gotten a breakout and another all-time high here. What is that actual number? Let's take a look here. $76,468. Absolutely insane here on Bitcoin, guys. I am completely exhausted from last night's like 11 p.m. live stream. So shout out to you. Vsem was like, anybody feel like garbage from staying up late last night? Yeah, we stopped the live stream at around like midnight, but then I was up watching all the crazy stuff go down with the election. But yeah, shout out to the Mafia, guys. Hey, whether you are happy or sad that Trump was elected here, Trump won. If you're upset about that, at least we have the markets pumping. Obviously, the markets were favoring Trump winning there, and here we are. The market's reacting beautifully to that, and I think everybody can get on the same side as or get on the same team here for making money as Bitcoin pumps. So shout out to everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in, Mafia. We got let's see. We got Ronnie in the chat said 80K, go. I actually do want to talk about 80K as it is a very key level. Good Lord, guys, I look tired. I'm not gonna lie. I just looked at myself on the monitor. I'm like, ooh, baby, I look tired. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at 80K, guys. If we do continue this move to the upside, which I do generally think, can we look at some short-term pullbacks? Potentially, some of the levels that we were looking at last night. But I do also kind of want to take a look at if we were to continue up, where we could potentially see the oh, you guys can't see my screen. I am tired, guys. But yeah, we're going to talk about, if we do come down, how low can we go? And then if we do make another all-time high, I want to talk about those major targets. Now, obviously, even if we come down from where we are right now at about 76,450, I don't think that's going to be like the top forever or anything like that. I will be looking for higher lows and continuations to the upside. We do have some bullish signs on the chart here. And then obviously with all the news, guys, tomorrow, I believe, what is today? Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow is FOMC. So things are probably going to get even crazier tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. I do think, things are looking pretty good, but I do want to talk about the potential for a pullback, because if we do pull back, I am going to be looking for new long positions, because you guys know I was holding that long position all the way down, which wound up, I didn't know this at the time, but we'll take a look at this, but it was at about $66,702, I believe. Or no, I'm sorry. Where was it from? Yeah, I believe it was 66,000 or about 67K at that POC. I did hold that long all the way up to earlier today. I did close that position in full, so I'm not holding any longs. Am I holding a short? We'll talk about that in a minute as well. But yeah, with all that being said, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. We got Captain Kirk. Shout out to the mods, guys. We got Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Billy, Dave Digital, Tyler Durden, Rob the Crypto Snob. Did I say Rob the Crypto Snob? I don't even know. Shout them out in the chat, guys. They help us out a ton on this YouTube channel. Let's see, bada boom. Shout out to Noob Dude. Said, where am I? I saw that before. He's like, where am I? Well, hey, you're on the Frank Candles live stream, Noob Dude. You were in the right spot. Let's see. Bada boom. Yo, shout out to Flat Smack. Speaking of Flat Smack that like button, guys. If you want to win some free crypto on Friday night's live stream, Flat Mac said, Bulls on parade, baby. Absolutely. When the Bulls decide to run, guys, they like to rear their horns and absolutely pierce the Bears. Let's see. Shout out to Nirvana. We got Runners for Nerds in the chat. The Daily Candle is nuts. Yeah, crazy huge Daily Candle. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Congratulations to the Bulls. Shout out to Flat Smack. Absolutely. Exciting time. Shout out to P-Dub. Let's go. Mike Vito, my paisan. What is going on? Says Bitcoin blowing up. Let's go. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Insane. Shout out to Gen Z. Welcome in, bro. We got Crypto Sharknado. Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts and see if we can figure this thing out once again. Let's get it. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, hey, shout out to Bob Riley says, big fan. Don't always get to catch the, I'm not always able to catch the live. Guys, guys, spare me. I am absolutely running on no sleep. I don't even know what time I went to bed last night. If you can't see the bags under my eyes. But shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Bob Riley. I think that was who said that. Yeah, shout out to Bob Riley. Welcome in, bro. Glad you're here with us. And, yeah, thank you for being here. All right, let's see. Join the premium group today. You are just amazing, brother. Yo, shout out to Rocky. Yeah, guys, we've been having some fun in the premium Discord. Hopefully, I'm not going to pull anything private here. But yeah, we've been having a lot of fun in the premium Discord. And yeah, I did take a pretty aggressive scalp short here. I will take a look at that with you guys in a second. But yeah, he's having a blast in the premium Discord lately. But yeah. Let's go ahead and continue on. So, guys, we were just pumping so hard. I had to sick Phoebe on them. The Bulls and the Bears were absolutely fighting up here. And I was like, guys, we got to try to find a short entry up here. And the Bulls were not giving up. So we put Phoebe in a bear Halloween costume, and we sicked her into the mosh pit of Bulls and Bears, and she just started running around, absolutely destroying the Bulls and the Bears. Or I guess the Bulls. Obviously not in a big way. We just looked for that small pullback. But I do want to talk about that. But first off, guys, let's zoom out here as we have made a new all-time high. I think it's a good time to kind of zoom out and take a more macro view of what we've got going on here, right? So nice, beautiful breakout here of that value area high. Finally, we got that kind of bearish candle here, but we wound up just absolutely ripping off the election. And, it is crazy, guys, because if we pull up the cycle chart here real quick, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, if we take a look here, guys, this is something we've been looking at, right? The 161 days from the halving all the way till the end of October, typically where you see that big, gigantic bull market start, right? Even here, it was about 175 days before we wound up coming up here and then, cracking the all-time highs and then sending Bitcoin into a massive bull run. And then we kind of measured this out saying, hey, is it going to be 161 days? Is it going to be 196 days? We didn't look at 196 days, but we were just looking at that saying, if we're going to take off here, as we approach the value area high of that macro range, if we are going to take off here, like this is the time that we're going to have to do it, right? Because if we're going to have the timing line up like that, and if we were kind of talking about if it did, it'd be kind of crazy. And it's never going to be a perfect match here. But history doesn't always repeat itself, but it oftentimes does rhyme here. 196 days of sideways price action. But yeah, you just kind of wiggle sideways after the halving, boom. Wiggle sideways after the halving, boom. Right? And we just wound up seeing the same thing happen. And I do think, guys, we are about to see some crazy stuff in the crypto market. Obviously, in the long term, who knows what's going to happen short term. Obviously, with FOMC tomorrow, we're gonna probably cover that as well, as we are probably going to see some crazy volatility come into the market, just like we anticipated yesterday with the election, and we indeed did get that volatility to the upside. Thank God. So yesterday's live stream, guys, we were kind of let's kind of go back there, talk about how we got to where we are, and then talk about where we are likely going next. So, as you guys know, let me hide these levels here real quick. As you guys know, last night we were kind of sitting. Let me try to find the actual. What was yesterday? Yesterday was the 5th at about 5:40. Yeah, so we were kind of just hovering up here. We got that rejection from the value area high, came back down 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So right here we were live. Right here we were live. And we were getting that nice little rejection here, and we were kind of saying to ourselves, if we are going to reject from here, it could give us a much bigger move down below that POC. If we lose that POC, we were going to look for a bigger move to the downside. And it's funny because we were talking about how, if there's going to be a time that I've ever prayed against the TA, it was yesterday. Please, for the love of God, do not send us back down here. Although I actually would have preferred that to be the case because we did take a short here. I would have preferred to have that short play out in a decent way, right? Capitalize on that short, get stopped out of the long in profit. Obviously, we are long down here we were long down here in the premium Discord from 67K, that POC of the macro range. And another thing kind of that we were looking at here, guys, or not kind of, but one thing, right? The reason the 67K POC was so important, because we know if you break out of that value area, if that value area high does not act as support to give you the big breakout of the range, this is kind of that last opportunity to get a retest on a key level before getting the big blast up, right? And we literally covered this exact situation saying, we did not bounce off the value area high. Are we going to be able to get that big blast up? And we didn't know, right? Very simply put, I was in a long and a short yesterday waiting for the short to get stopped out or the long to get stopped out and then make money in the opposite direction, right? Turned out the short got stopped out and the long continued to play out. And then it's pretty funny because you look at this and it's like, wow, we really did long that local bottom. But I was only holding a portion of that trade. However, what happened here? We broke out, we came back in, we tested that POC, and then we got that big move up. If we started losing that 67K POC, that was going to be more bearish, for that bigger move down. Thank God we did not see that because this would have opened up the door to potentially come down to the value area low of the range, which would not be ideal. That would have been the most boring thing ever. I was saying I would go on vacation if that were to happen because I don't know if I could. I don't know if I get in. I don't think this is going to happen. But if we're able to come back in here somehow, guys, I am not. I don't know if I can cover the price action back to the bottom of this range ever again. So hopefully we never have to see those prices again. Hopefully the bulls can just step on the bears' faces and never get us back down there. But that's kind of the context. Took that short and then got stopped out, but then that long continued to run. I did close that short in, the long position I'm out of that in full. Paid us out a bit extra here on that big breakout. I closed it in full a little bit earlier today. And now we're just simply sitting here, right? We're trying to figure out, are we going to get a move up? Are we going to get a move down? I am not, obviously not looking to long the top here. I closed my short up here, right? We took the long down here and then closed it up here, right? Not longed up here and closed down here, or even longed up here and closed up here, right? We long at the lows. When everyone is bearish, everything is scary. We look to ride it to the highs, and then we close on the highs, right? So, I am simply, based off my trading strategies, I simply cannot look for longs here, right? I have to wait for some kind of pullback, some kind of consolidation. But what we can do is look for shorts. Now, if we are going to look for shorts, it does not mean that we are looking for things to go to zero. Please, for the love of God, understand that. We were just, at this point, guys, I would be favoring long positions. But if I take a short, I will be treating it as a scalp position to potentially come down to some key levels and then continue the uptrend. And we're going to talk about those key levels that I'm watching and potentially looking at to take some trades. But that's where we're at, right? Just letting that price action kind of settle down here. Now, is it even plausible to look for a short up here? Now, in my opinion, we do have some bearish divergences forming. Not that they are likely to give us some kind of massive move down, but, we do have higher highs on our price action. We did come in and tap some key levels down here, or up here, I should say. If we go ahead and pull up our Fibonacci extension levels, you guys can see here we came up into our extension zone here, sitting between, and I believe these are the levels that we looked at, or no. I think we looked at these last night, potentially. We either looked at these last night, or we might have looked at different extension levels on yesterday, the 5:45 live stream, but I believe the late stream at 11 p.m. yesterday, we did look at these extension levels, but here we go, right? Get that ride up. We come into this Fibonacci extension zone sitting at about 76, 121. We wick above, and now that is basically what we are getting that resistance off of. Now, another thing that we were looking at on last night's live stream as far as trying to find those targets and those next areas of resistance, because obviously at this point, guys, it is very hard to find those support levels or resistance levels when you can't look left on price action, right? It's easy to find the resistance when you can look left at the price action, but we can't do that, so we have to use these Fibonacci extension levels as well as our spider line. So let me see if I can pull this up really quick. Bada boom, bada bing. Do we have our spider lines on here? No, we don't. Let me see. No, that's the where? Oh, there they are. Okay, so here we are, guys. This is what we were looking at yesterday on last night's live stream, right? That is a bearish divergence that never formed. Let's zoom out here, go to the 4 hour. So here we are, right? coming into that spider line, this is a spider line that we looked at on last night's live stream. Again, I don't even remember what live stream it was, the 5:45 or the 11 p.m. I don't even know. But we are coming up into this zone. So this is kind of a pretty interesting level of resistance, right? We could potentially, I mean, where's this? Where does this is coming down to about, 75.4. And I'm going to show you guys why this might be an interesting level to watch. 75.4 is going to be a key level because if we do wind up coming back down and holding this level as support, we could potentially put a higher low in there. I would really like a little bit more of a cool off, but we'll take it as it comes. But let me go ahead and turn on. We also have this linear spider line sitting at 76,768. So if we do break to the upside, 76. Let me actually write that down really quick. Bear with me here, guys. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me just write that down. This is coming in at, actually, I'll just put a, I'll just write it down. Actually, you know what? I'll put a price label on this so you guys can kind of take it as well. Bada boom, bada bing. So 76,787. Right? So we're going to keep that in mind because we're going to try to see if there's any confluence there. So this is going to be your next major level of resistance. And I'm actually just going to pull the levels here on this chart. Let me pull the same kind of Fibonacci extension that I just looked at from here to here. And there you go, right? So, this could be a decent zone of resistance because not only do you have the spider line, you also have this Fibonacci extension at about $77,000. So 77 to 76.87 could be a key level of resistance to look at if we do get another big break to the upside. However, I want to zoom in here and talk about the levels to the downside because I would like to see a little bit of a cool off here just based off of, right? Now, remember, guys, the bulls are on parade here, right? So, going to be very conservative with the shorts, very greedy with the longs. But as you guys can see, 80-minute 1 hour, 1 hour bearish divergence is confirmed. 80-minute bearish divergence is printing. And then we come on over to the 2 hour here. That 2 hour did get a VWAP flop with a green dot and immediate red dot. So you do have that bear div on the 2 hour as well. Again, I would not be looking at this as an explosive giant move to zero. We are going to be looking for those higher lows and higher highs moving forward. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, we could potentially see a little bit more of a cool off here. I would like to see that. Another thing that we have here is that 3-minute, come on, 3-minute money flow starting to cross over into the red, guys, and that is a potential good sign or at least for a move to the downside or for a little bit of a cool off, right? Again, if we rip from here, right, unless I were able to catch a local scalp from here that wound up playing out in a bigger way, I am not looking for massive longs up here, right? Like I said, if you're out there trading, guys, you have to understand, if you're not on a micro scalp, looking for micro scalps up here, you want to long the lows as price is coming down. It's scary, oh my God, but you're looking for the support, and that is where you want to long. I know I know a lot of people are probably getting FOMO right now. I can almost guarantee it that a lot of people are feeling the FOMO, and it's like, oh my God, where can I get the next long for the next big move up? And, again, I always say this. Could you long here and gamble for another push to the upside? Potentially, right? But that's not going to play out and make you money over time. You might gamble, you might make some money, a bunch, or you might make a lot of money really quick, but it's not going to be sustainable over time, right? It's not a profitable strategy. So, you're going to lose way more often than you win with that. But if, you're going to be looking for a long, we have to wait for some kind of cool off, right? Even in here locally, if I was not looking at longs in here, but, we got that move to the upside. A lot of people were probably FOMO longing up here. That is just not where I long, right? I would have to look for some kind of consolidation, right? Or some kind of, or it's just some kind of pullback into a golden pocket or something like that, which oftentimes is the case where you pull back into golden pockets. Not the case there. But, that's where we wait for the big move up. You want to get in low, enjoy the move to the upside, and then wait for the consolidation. And this is typically where I pull these volume profiles, and you can see, we come down to a lower time frame here. And again, I like to see longer consolidation here, but you didn't really have much to work with earlier today. But you could just see, right, you actually have context into where price is going to go, right? You come up here, you put a bear div in above the value area high, you get a move back down to the low. What happens here? You put a little bit bull div in on the 5-minute, right? These are very low time frames. Ideally, you want to see this on a higher time frame, which might be what we're going to kind of create here. But what happens? You go from the low, back to the high, back to the low, back to the high, and then you get the breakout, right? So you would want to be looking for the longs down here, not on the big rips to the upside, right? So just keep that in mind. So right now, I am simply stuck with the options of either looking for shorts or just sitting on my hands waiting for pullbacks to look for new longs. So yeah, very simply put. Now, So yeah, with that 3-minute money flow crossover into the red here, with that 80-minute red dot printing, guys, that's kind of like a 1/16th market cipher B strategy with the high time frame red dot, the 3-minute money flow crossover into the red. That is sometimes going to give you a little bit more of a pullback here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we pull back. The question is, Frankie, if we pull back, where can we start looking for longs? I can already hear everybody asking in their head. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, right? Let's pull back up the October chart here. Even though it's not October, I say that every time I pull this chart up. But let's see. Doge TA, please. Yeah, shout out to Nick Dunn. We will take a look at Dogecoin. We'll take a look at some of the altcoins in just a minute. Shout out to Dynamics and FOMO. Oh, God. Shout out to Boz. Shout out to Boz says, up or down? I'm confused. Shout out to Boz. Appreciate you, bro. And the answer is never that simple. Shout out to Boz. I assume you're probably new here, at least, or new to crypto, or new to trading, or something like that. I don't know. But I like that you asked this question because it's very important. Up or down it's a loaded question, right? If I were to say up or down, right, and I'm looking at the long term, I would say up, right? But that doesn't account for little local price action you're going to get here, right? You might get a little bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, and then you get to move up, right? Like down here, I'm very bullish, right? I'm saying up, right? And we go up, right? Even here, right? Like I'm bullish, up, right? But you still have these little bing bongs up and down, right? But eventually, it's just consolidation for the next big move up. So it's a loaded question, up or down. What time frame, right? I would say on the 80-minute, down, right? On the 80-minute, I would say down, right? But that's not what I'm thinking on the daily or the weekly, right? So it's just simply not how it works. I know everybody just wants that black and white buy or sell kind of answer, up or down. It's a loaded question. If I had like a specific detail on like what you were looking at as far as context, like, hey, what does the 1 hour look like? What does the 80-minute look like? What does the 4 hour look like, up or down? That's a little bit more of an answerable question. But just general up or down, I mean, I could just say up, right? Because even if we went back down to the bottom of this range, I would still be favoring up, right? But then it's hard. It's like the hardest part of my job, guys, because at that point is like, well, then you start coming down and people are like, what the heck, you said up. And it's like, yes, yeah, I am still saying up, right? But it's just time frame. It's very, very specific to the time frame. So shout out to Boz. Thank you for saying that, because I think it's a lot of things. I think a lot of people have that same kind of question. Like they get confused. They think up or down. But the answer to that question is you're asking the wrong question, right? Or not adding enough detail to the question. So there you go. But to add a little bit of clarity there, right? I would say like lower time frames maybe down, overall up. It really depends on what you're looking for. But we're going to talk about exactly what we're looking for right now. So if we do pull back here, guys, very simply put, the local levels of support, right? Let's assume we get off the live stream, which is probably going to happen. We're going to get off that live stream and we're going to be like what happened yesterday, guys? 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I get off at 7:30, right? I get off at like 7:30, and then boom, we wind up breaking all-time highs. Like, what a joke. Literally, I get off the live stream, and they send it to the moon. Incredible. And that'll probably happen today if we get the move down. But very simply put, we have this local volume profile here. And I'll give you guys these levels real quick. Bada boom. We got the value area high, the POC, and the I'm getting trolled, guys. Come on. Getting trolled here. All right, so POC, value area low. Get rid of this. Clean this up, right? So there we go. This is the local range. Let me go ahead and zoom in just a little bit here, right? So if we do continue down here, guys, I'm going to be watching. There's a couple levels that I'm paying a little bit more attention to than others, right? I'm actually pull up the 15-minute, right? So here we are. We deviate above the high. Now, again, this is a pretty clean deviation, right? Like, this isn't necessarily like you're just sneaking up here, and then coming back down. You could come back down, but, if we do wind up, getting that pullback here, right? We get the 80-minute bear div to play out, which, again, is that definitely going to happen? I don't know, guys. This is a very, 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 very bullish market right now. No, not all bear divs are going to just give you big moves down. You could just get a little bear div, little cool off, and then boom, right? And then you put in another higher high. So yeah, you can't just short random bear divs. Like you have to look at the context of the market. But if we do continue down, I will be looking at these levels plain and simple, right? Because you got to have the levels on your chart so you can sit there with your trap, wait for price to enter your levels, and then look for the trades. Now, I will say I am focused a little bit more here on the POC, and the reason why is very simply put. Let's go from current low to the high here. And actually, let me go ahead and pull it from here. I kind of like this one better. Okay, so let me go ahead and change this setting. Bada boom. So there we go, right? this POC Golden Pocket 786, this is going to be a big zone, right? Now, again, you don't have to look at it as this giant kind of zone. Right? You could look at this in two ways, like say, hey, this is my giant long zone. I will be looking for longs down here. I don't know if I'm going to come down. If I come down, I don't know if I'm going to get the bounce off the golden pocket or the bounce off the POC or the POC or the 786. You don't know exactly what level you're looking at or what you're going to get the bounce on, but you can kind of say, hey, I'm coming in, lose this value area high coming in at $74,847. Lose that level, probably looking a little closer towards that POC. Now, whether you want to look at that as a big zone, I would be looking like kind of separating like this, right? Golden pocket, POC, going to be a very key level. Come on down here. I'm looking, lose the value area high. This is going to be a big level, right? Come back in, test that POC. I will be looking for bounces here, right? If I get the long confirmations, I will go ahead and take the trades. But if we don't get them, we will sit on our hands. Very similar, guys, in the premium Discord. We did have we were kind of looking for a short here. As we were approaching the new all-time high at 74,833, right? We were looking for price to come up in here, and we were looking for short setups. But what happened, right? We came up, right? We had a setup here saying, hey, if we come to this level, we see these confirmations, I'm looking for a short. Price comes up. We do not get the confirmations, and we simply do not take the trade, right? So it's not like you don't have to get stopped out or lose the trade. There's no confirmation here, no reason to take the short. And we sat on our hands, and what happens? You get the continuation up, and you say to yourself, hey, pretty good thing that we did not take that short, right? Now, could you take it with a small stop loss? Absolutely. But, if the confirmations are there, we simply do not take the trade, and it played out beautifully today. But very key levels, right? Volume profile, value area high sitting at $74,833. And then, these golden pockets are somewhat, really depends on how you want to pull them, right? Like if you wanted to pull it from this low, I would probably be more interested in pulling the bigger fib here, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, POC golden pocket 786 sitting just down here at 74,150, and then the value area low sitting at 73,727. But either way, even if you're not looking at the fib here, guys, I just pull that up because there's confluence on the POC, kind of close confluence at least. If we did get that move down, these are simply going to be the levels I'm looking at, right? Get below the high, go to the POC. If we get confirmations there, I will be open to long positions. Now, again, I don't ever really like taking positions in the middle of a range. I'd rather come down to the value area low, and I would favor that in this kind of situation. But because that golden pocket is near this POC, I would be interested in potentially entertaining longs here, right? It's kind of the same thing as the bigger long position. The bigger long position that we took. From down here, right? We longed this POC. I don't love taking longs at a POC, but in the context here, we knew that was a level that we could kind of test one last time before getting that big move up. So we were interested in longs there, right? So it's all situational. Yeah, that's kind of the local volume profile. You guys can grab those levels here over here on the side if you guys want to get that same kind of range pull. And that's what I'm looking at, guys, is simply, sitting on my hands and waiting. And again, we did take I took a very, 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 very risky scalp. It's not very risky. Like, it's not high risk for me. I should say low probability. Although we are in profit here. Let me go ahead and hang on. Let me pull my face cam up real quick, guys. I think I might have to log in. I don't want to leak any personal information here. Okay, no, I don't have to log in. I lied. Okay, so bada boo. So here we are. Let me pull up OBS, make sure you guys can see this. So here we are, right? This is an $82,000 position, shorted on a bearish retest here, guys, based off of some other confirmations as well. Took the short. We are getting the drop down, but again, this is very low risk for me. Oh wait, hang on a second. Yo, where is my stop loss? Okay, super high risk, guys. Actually, bear with me for a second. Thank God I pulled that up. Thank God I pulled that up. Because, like I said, pretty low probability position in my opinion. I mean, not like risky as in how well it will play out. I don't mean risky because as far as my risk, I am only risking, bear with me here. Come on. I am only risking $205 here. Now I'm only risking $205. So it's not a super risky position, but it is an $82,000 position. We might kind of retrace back up. I might get stopped out. I don't know. But I wanted to take it in case we did top out here with that 80-minute bearish divergence printing. We could have potentially seen a pullback here, and I didn't want to miss that move. So I am in. It is up $372. Is up, $365. And yeah, we'll see if it winds up playing out. If it does, I will simply be targeting these lower levels. $74,800 is going to be kind of that first major level, in my opinion. And then, yeah, we'll see what this 80-minute bear div gives us. But I will be honest, guys, money flow looking thick AF on the 80-minute here. Also, fresh money flow crossover on the 2-hour. So this would indicate that the trend is likely to continue to the upside. So I am bullish here. Just if they come down, I will be looking for the trend to continue. However, we could potentially cool off short term here. We're going to capitalize on that if we can with the trades. Now, on top of that, one other thing I wanted to look at here, guys, is I will say, this 15-minute, I don't know. VWAP's looking a little sketchy, but some of these other time frames do look like they could potentially come up and give you a bearish divergence, which would cause a higher high to come in. Bada boom, right? If this momentum wave is to come up and put in a lower high, this could give us a higher high. And this is kind of why I am saying that short is a little bit more risky, right? Just the fact that things are super bullish right now. We are getting the bearish divergence, or things are super bullish right now. If that bearish divergence prints, we are going to get that higher high. And, it is a high probability of getting stopped out. I mean, I could close this for a quick, $400. But we're going to risk it for the biscuit. We're going to risk it for the stream, guys. We're going to risk it for the stream. And again, I'm not, not risking a ton of money here. I'm risking $200 here, right? Not even. It's like $180. So I get stopped out, no big deal. If we do wind up coming down to here, it will pay me out in a huge way, right? So the very low risk here. You got to manage the risk, guys. Literally the thing that will make you a profitable trader. If you do not manage the risk, you're going to eat up your account and lose all your money. I promise. Trust me. I've made the mistakes time and time again. Learn from someone who's already suffered. Please, save yourself the pain. But that's what I'm looking at, guys. We'll see if we can get those retracements down to those key levels. And then, higher time frames. We're going to talk about those higher targets in a second if we do just continue to rip to the upside, which isn't impossible either. But if we were to eventually, again, this is kind of just letting price kind of chill out here. I want to take a look at the altcoins in a second. But just letting price settle down. Still taking the trade, still making money. But, I just got to let the dust settle, let the price consolidate, kind of wiggle around. That is pretty much what we're looking at. If we get the bigger move down, guys, very simply put, the biggest key level of support, this is not a POC, this is a value area high, mislabeled there. Is everything okay? Value area high. Okay, this label is wrong. What the heck? This is saved wrong. Hang on. I have two POCs here. Hang on. Let me save that. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, this value area high, guys, is going to be absolutely key. This is the more macro levels of support now, right? If we do come down here, it's going to be a huge level, right? Very simply put, golden pocket to the 786 right here. If we get the big pullback, and again, I'm not necessarily anticipating that yet. I'm being very cautious. But if we do get a larger pullback, maybe we get some super, super bearish stuff play out on FOMC, which I'm not anticipating at all. But if we do wind up getting that and a bigger pullback, this is definitely a zone you want to be ready for, right? 71,150 all the way down to 69,170, right? Golden pocket 786, macro value area high is that key level. So we get the big pullback, bada boom, bada bing. This is going to be a big zone to look at. Again, hopefully we don't have to come back and revisit that. I'm not necessarily calling for it. But again, if we do wind up starting to put in some higher time frame bear divs and we get a cool off, again, this would not make me bearish, right? If we come back up, retest this, and then get a bigger breakout, I'm still bullish here. And remember, guys, the big thing that has been making us, it's not just one thing. I want to be very clear about that. But one of the things that has kind of just made us, really, really realize or kind of think that we are going to continue up here was specifically the daily market structure here, pointed out by the Lux Algo price actions concepts here. You can obviously see this without the indicator, but it's nice. It is able to teach you kind of, if you're new to market structure, you're trying to learn, it's a really good way to kind of learn. But, you get the bullish change of character, higher low, breakish structure. At this point, guys, you run bullish market structure, and you are going to be anticipating higher lows or lackluster pullbacks for breaks of structure to the upside. Right? Same thing here. Pullback, but you're still going to base off the higher time frames, the daily market structure, higher lows, breaks the structure to the upside. Right? And this is what we are looking for. And simply put, right, you want to favor the trend. The trend is your friend until the end, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, sometimes it's just going to flip on you. Eventually it will. But, you know, until that market structure starts showing signs of weakness, you're going to be looking for those breaks of structure to the upside. And, you know, that's what we're looking at. So if we do wind up coming down, as long as we don't break this low, we can still potentially see, you know, again, like before we got the big move up, this was that key low. We did not want to break this. If we broke this, we could potentially see the bigger move down into the larger volume profile. But we wound up higher low, higher high. We come back down. If we hold this above this high, we could potentially put the higher low in and then the bigger break to the upside. Now, if you see, this could be a very nice place. Where are those higher lows likely to come in at? Between the golden pocket and the 786. Come down, put the higher low in, and continue to the upside. Sorry, guys. Run on like 2 hours of sleep here. But yeah, that you know, we know that that's where the higher low is likely to come in at, so that's what we're going to be watching for. Not guaranteeing that level comes in, but if it does, we want to be aware of that zone. All right, let's see. Oh, hey, yo, Jason Casper in the chat. Yo, shout out to Jason, bro. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by and chilling with us. He says, happy all-time high day. Yo, Jason. Finally, we're seeing some price action, bro. We're finally out of the miserable range. Hopefully, we don't wind up SFP. Hopefully, we don't wind up SFPing the all-time high here and then just going back into the range. I really don't expect that. Again, guys, I do not expect that. But you know, hopefully we don't wind up seeing that happen. That would be absolutely miserable. But at this point, guys, I am looking up. We got the breakout. You know, market structure's bullish on the daily. We're getting these bullish changes of character on the higher time frames as well. Weekly bullish change of character here as well. So things are looking good. We got our first kind of bullish candle or bullish, you know, change of character candle, just letting you know you could be potentially changing character there. But yeah, we are going to be looking up here, guys. But yeah, you know, it's not going to be up forever in a straight line. Sometimes it's up in a straight line, but it's never up in a straight line forever. You got to look for those pullbacks. Can we get those pullbacks? Let's see. Maybe we can, let's pull some fibs here. Or not pull some fibs, pull some ranges here. Shout out to Jason. Jason, what do you think, bro? You think we're just going to tear from here? If you're still in here. I don't know. Actually, no. I think that I wasn't too late to that, I don't think. But yeah, shout out to Jason. Let me know what you think, bro. You think we're going to get a continuation up here? You think we're just going to go up in a straight line? Or you think we're ready to pull back here? You got to sing the pump song. Yo, shout out to Jason. Jason, you got to sing the pump song, bro. We got to have you on the show and have you just sing the pump song to rip this thing. Man, we should have, that would have been lit as we were pumping last night. Just sing the pump song together. That'd be fire. Let's see. Yo, shout out to VW John says, 1 like equals $1 increase for Bitcoin. See if we can pump it up to $1,000. Shout out to VW John. Guys, if you are watching this content and you are finding any kind of value here, smash that like button. We're going for 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream. This is the first time I brought it up. I should probably shield it a little harder. But yeah, smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button right now. 1,000 likes. We will be giving away some free Solana, free ADA. I don't care. We'll give away something for free. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, dang, I hope I didn't miss him. Let's see. He had to go back to his treadmill. Yo, shout out to Jay. Yo, he cracks me up, man. He makes me want to get a desk treadmill. Every time I see him walking on that treadmill, I'm like, dang, man, I got to get one of those. Let's see. ApeCoin poppin'. Let's go. We're gonna take a look at the altcoins in a minute, guys. Shout out to Bakar says 80K tonight. I'll tell you what, not impossible. Maybe. Potentially, we will, we could potentially see 80K. I'm not going to say no, right? Again, we're seeing the bearish divergences, but again, if there's a time for those bear divs not to play out, it could be this super, super bullish price action. And I was going to say, let's pull this local volume profile to see if we can get any. We'd have to come down to something like the 1 minute here. See if we could, see if we're going to get a bounce here. Let's see. Bada boom. And yeah, I mean, like this local volume profile here, up here, guys, is basically our current context, right? This is kind of what we were looking at. You got your value area high, right? If you're looking at like local price action, like for me, my short entry was at 75,923, right? So my short was 75. Yeah, so basically the rejection of this POC, which actually was a part of the reason why I was looking for that short. I was waiting for a, was it this fib? Yeah, a pull into this golden pocket 786 for a potential lower high. We haven't really put in, oh no, actually I think I entered, I don't know where I entered. I wish it showed me the time. But yeah, it was basically Golden Pocket 786 Confluence on here. I guess it was 5:21. I wish it does it say the time? I don't remember the time. My whole day has been a blur, guys. I am literally, I haven't been on this little sleep in a long time. But either way, this is what we're looking at, right? Local value area low at 75,678. POC sitting at 75,922. And then we got that value area high at 76K, right? So if we wind up coming up here, like this is the context that I'm looking at, right? I'm not looking to short here. I'm not looking to short here. I would have to be waiting to come up, maybe up to the value area high to then look for fresh shorts. Like this is what's giving us that context, right? Like I said, you want to be able to enjoy your moves to the upside, right? Longs here at the lower value area low, you get the move up, right? You're not looking to long in here. You look to long on support on moves to the downside, right? So same thing here. I would not be looking to short here or long here, right? This gives you context because now you know locally this is undervalued, this is overvalued. So if we come back down here, right, I'm hoping for the short sake, we could potentially lose the range and get a bigger move down. But if not, we would have to look for a short up here, right? Only longs at the lows, shorts at the highs. So this gives you the context. If you were bearish, right, and you think we're going to get a bigger move down, maybe to come top this $74,833 value area high, right, which is, where are we here? Let me pull up the spider line real quick. 74, yeah, so it's not that spider line. But if you were looking for a short here, this gives you context, right? You can come up, put in bearish divs here, potentially, right? Other bearish confirmations, look for a return into the range, down to the POC, down to the value area low, lose the value area low, and then look for the bigger move up. But I would not be looking for the short here. I'd be looking for the short here and the longs here. So let's see. Maybe we can ride up here and then get another move down. Hopefully we can. But we'll see. I don't know. Potential of just coming up here could be possible. Things get crazy, but they're not going to be crazy forever. Whether we have to get another move up before we get the bigger correction, like something's going to come in here. So yeah. I wish I saw this on a low. I wish I pulled this up earlier because I could have. Yeah, maybe. No, not even really. Yeah, there's no real divs here. Probably getting a 15-minute green dot right now. About to. Yeah, I don't know. This 15-minute green dot. Like, this looks like we could break the high, in my opinion. So, like, right now, again, like, my short right now is super, 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 super low risk. I'm not going to lose. If I get stopped out of that trade, I'm losing nothing compared to what I could gain, right? Low probability, yes. High risk, no. It is a 90x. It is a 90x trade, though. I will tell you that it is a 90x leverage, but that doesn't make it more risky necessarily, right? It sounds risky, but it doesn't necessarily make it like. I only have it's an $80,000 trade, and I'm only using $922 of my own money, right? So I want to be clear. Anytime, and I say this all the time, anytime that you guys hear me using high leverage, I am not using high leverage in the form of gambling. This is, I actually talk about this in our leverage trading video, right? Leverage is a tool that you can use to do many different things, right? There's a few different reasons why you would use it. But when I'm in a 90x trade, it's not because I want to trade with a lot more money, so I crank the leverage. That's not even how I look at leverage, right? I use leverage more often as a risk management tool, right? But go watch the video. Shout out to the mods. If anybody has a link to that video, I would highly appreciate it if you guys could throw it in there. Like you could see, or 90x short, I'm not going to get wrecked, right? I'm not going to get liquidated. And even if I did get liquidated, although I wouldn't really want to get liquidated on this, but like there is no added risk for me. Go watch the video. I explain everything in detail. But yeah, like this is not me saying like, oh, I don't want to trade with, I don't want to trade with, $900. Or $800. I want to trade with 80,000. Crank the leverage. Right? That is not how I'm using this. So I don't want anyone watching this being like, oh my God, Frankie Candles used 90x leverage. I should use 90x leverage. You can use 90x, 100x leverage if you're using it correctly. But I am not using it. If you're just thinking like, oh, I can use 100x leverage. If I put $1,000 in, I could trade with $100,000 or whatever the number is. That is how you're going to get wrecked. And I always kind of caution people to use lower leverage. And that's usually because I know everyone that, kind of watches these shows are probably going to see the leverage and their eyes are going to light up with dollar signs and they're going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to get rich overnight. So I just tell people to like ease into the leverage, right? And learn about leverage. First of all, learn about leverage before you start using it. Because if you're looking at it as, oh my God, I could crank my money up, you're going to lose all your money. It's not how it works. If it was that easy, everyone would be rich, right? Everyone would just trade with millions of dollars. You might get lucky once in a while, but I just want to be clear. Like if I get stopped out of this trade, I'm going to lose $150 or $200, right? It's nothing. I get stopped out of 500,000 of those trades. So yeah, just, you could pick your risk. You could pick how much you're going to lose before you enter the trade. I know how much I'm going to lose if I lose this trade. I knew that ahead of time. I took the risk, and I'm okay losing it. I'm not hoping that it's going to come down, and then if it goes against me, I'm going to get liquidated for $1 billion. So very important to realize, guys, when you see me using leverage, it is never in a gambling manner. Like sometimes people will come in here and be like, this guy's using 50x leverage. What a crazy person. Like, you don't know what you're doing. And it's like, no. That's not how leverage works. That's how you don't know how leverage works. But please, it's very important. I think that, just be very, very careful with that. But anyway, bada boom, let's continue on here. So that's my plan, right? That's my plan. We're going to see if we can get the short to play out. If not, it'll stop out. We'll wait for the bigger move up. And again, this 15-minute, I don't know. I think if we're going to break the high, we might do it here pretty soon. Come in, put that bear div in. That would be the case against my trade. Come in, put a bearish divergence in on the 15-minute. And then finally come down. Now, the one thing here is I would like, this 15-minute money flow coming up. That is not looking good for the short. And then also, 4-hour red dot has been, this VWAP has been dying, has been absolutely dying to come down here for about almost 2 days. This 4-hour VWAP wants to print a red dot so bad, but it just is not coming. So if we can get that red dot, I would really like to see, if this money flow was coming out, I would feel really confident in this short, to be quite honest. Like, it is a little bit more low confidence for me. Even it'll go down a time frame, 12-minute time frame money flow is coming out. But again, this looks like it could bear div out, give you a higher high. I don't know. But again, this is like I'm risking less than I typically risk on any trade on this trade that I'm in right now. Let's see. Shout out to RC Moore. Thank you for the super chat. Said, I'm on 103X from 74,104, $817 in margin. Shout out to RC Moore. What is your stop loss? Let me know what your stop loss is, and I'll let you know how risky that trade is. Right? Like, it's okay to be in a $74,000 position on 103X leverage if when you lose that trade, you're not going to lose more than whatever you want to lose, right? Or whatever your actual strategy calls for. You can have all different types of risk management strategies. There's a million of them out there. Like for me, I really only like to risk 1 to 2%, maybe sometimes 3% of my account, very rarely 3%, usually between 1 and 2% of my account. I'll risk that. And that's basically it, right? Like I stay pretty strict on that. So for me, I could be in a $74,000 trade, right, on 103x leverage, as long as when I get stopped out, I lose no more than 1 or 2% of my account, right? Whatever account that may be. Some of my accounts are bigger, some of them are smaller. That really. So if you have $817 in your trading account and you have no stop loss, you are risking 100% of your account. That is very bad. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just saying if you were doing that, RC, that would be considered very bad risk management, right? And that you're going to lose most of your money over time. Let me know. RC said $75,000 stop. What is the percentage of your stop loss? Let me know the percentage of your stop loss. Or actually, I could just look at it. 74,104. Let's see. Where'd it go? I lost it. Shout out to RC. I think he said 75,000, 74,104. So let's see here. 74. Let's see. 74,104. Well, so the good thing here is you are massively far away from your liquidation, right? So, even if, you're pretty far, hopefully you're taking profits along the way. So your entry was 71,104. Wait, hang on a second. 103x from 74,104. Stop loss. Happy anniversary to the Wicks. Yo, shout out to Captain Kirk. Shout out to Wick 589 and Wick's wife, Fine 89. Happy anniversary, guys. Let's go. Yo, shout out. Yo, clap it up for the Wicks, guys. Drop a congratulations in the chat. They're a huge part of the Mafia. Yo, give them a congratulations. Shout out to the Wicks. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Dang, RC, I lost the chat, bro. I lost the chat. I'm confused. If you have a 75, so if you're long from 74, am I reading this wrong? 74,104, and your stop loss is at 75, that can't be possible. Unless you're short. Unless you're short from 74,01, 104, and your stop loss is at 75. Like, that wouldn't make any sense either because you'd be out of the trade. I don't know. Shout out to RC. I'm confused, bro. I might be missing something. I am on 1 hour of sleep, guys. It could be possible. Shout out to Jungle Boy. Bada boom, bada bing. What is? Oh my God, my chat keeps glitching. What the heck? Hang on. I'm trying to find you, Jungle Boy. Where'd you go? Jungle Boy says Jason laughs at stop loss. There is no stop loss. Shout out to Jungle Boy. Well, here's the thing. Funny enough, right? You can trade with no stop loss if, in essence, you are looking at that liquidation level as your stop loss, right? So, like, if I'm gonna get if this trade, I was going to get liquidated, and let's say I was on 100x leverage. Let's say I only wanted to lose $200, right? If I only wanted to lose $200 on the trade, that was the max. So let's say that was 1% of my account, right? $200 is 1% of the account. If that's all I wanted to lose, right, I could put a 100x trade in as long as my liquidation as long as I'm only using $200 in margin, right? Does that make sense? So if I get liquidated out of that trade, I'm still, even though it's a liquidation, not a stop loss, I'm still only losing $200. So technically, that's how that would work, right? So technically, if you don't want to use a stop loss, as long as you're not getting liquidated for whatever your risk management strategy calls for, you could not use a stop loss, but I don't recommend that. But yeah, there you go. I mean, at that point, you would only be limited to using $200 in margin. If you were only going to use your liquidation level as your stop loss, you would only be limited to using $200 in margin, which on a 100x leverage, like you'd be limited to the amount of the trade amount that you could put on the trade, for the most part. So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, trade cross. Shout out to Tyler Durden said trade cross. Be a man. Shout out to Tyler Durden. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, so let's continue on here, guys. This is essentially, shout out to Mad Ads said, Frankie, you tried to call me earlier. Weird AF. Shout out to Mad Ads. If someone is calling you, posing as me, shout out to Mad Ads. I hate to tell you, bro. I think you know that. I think you're joking. But yeah, no, not me, bro. Be careful out there. If the scammers are out there trying to like deep fake and call people live, that's crazy. But yeah, shout out to RC. I'm kind of like want to figure out what the heck is going on there. Where is it? RC. I wish I could just like highlight certain names when I'm looking for messages. Bada boom. All right, so let's continue on, guys. I can't find RC. RC, you're hiding in the chat, bro. All right, but let's continue on. And let's take a look at some of those altcoins. Do I reckon we'll see a pullback on Bitcoin? Yeah, shout out to James. Yeah, we'll see multiple pullbacks. Even if we go to 100K, we're going to see multiple pullbacks up to 100K. Now, are those pullbacks going to be significant? I don't know, right? Like, we don't know how significant they're going to be. All we can do is find those key levels to the downside and, look for price to potentially retrace into them, right? We got to move up here, pull back into the golden pocket. Maybe we can go for the 786. This is something I kind of had two targets here for this short. It was this value area low and then golden pocket, and then hopefully the 786 can come in as well. All right, let's drop those altcoins in the chat if you guys want to see them. Oh, yo, shout out to Dave Digital. His stop loss is in profit. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Bear with me, guys. I am literally working off of like no sleep. All All right. So what was it? It was like what was the entry? The entry was 74. Where is it? Let me zoom in here. Was it 74-1 something? Let me pull up the actual chat here. 74-104 was the position. All right, so I'm just going to rough this out here. 74-104. And so that's your entry. And then your stop loss is in profit. Okay. And your stop loss is now at 75K. Oh, shout out to RC, bro. Congrats. Excuse my sleepless brain. Shout out to you, bro. That is the way you want to do it. Beautiful move. You get stopped out in massive profit. Shout out to RC. Let's go. And thank you to Dave Digital for waking my brain up. I appreciate you. Shout out to Golden, said missing super chats. Let's see. Shout out to Frankie's new chair. Said a treadmill. Thank you for the super chat. Said a treadmill. You won't even get a new chair. I have an emotional attachment to this chair, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It actually hasn't really been given up on me lately. It's been holding me up pretty good. Shout out to Frankie's new chair. Let's see. Bada boom. And shout out to Dwayne Hooper. Said Mafia meetup. Will it be done one day? Shout out to Dwayne Hooper. Absolutely, guys. We will have a Mafia meetup some point, right? Like once we get a little more kicking into the bull market, if we can get enough people to show up, we will 100% be doing a Mafia meetup. 100%. We might have to make it multiple days because I'm not going to be able to like say what's up to like one person for 5 seconds and then say hi to another person. I'm going to want to talk to everybody. But yeah, 100%, Dwayne. We are 100% going to do a meetup at some point. K Diggity, how did you get into the super chats without a super chat? Hang on. I'm taking a picture of this. Shout out to Tony D. I'm going to take a look at Dogecoin right now, guys, but I have to take a picture of that. K Diggity says, no, it's the GOAT, the one that opens and closes every single stream. Yo, shout out to K Diggity. I don't know how you got into the super chat list without a super chat, unless it's just not highlighted for some reason. Something's glitching here, or I am just seeing. I'm just seeing things potentially. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Oh, Sarge. Oh, Captain doesn't know who Phoebe is. Phoebe is our GOAT. Phoebe's our GOAT. Shout out to Phoebe. And shout out to Captain. But yeah, guys, let's take a look at Dogecoin. I'm gonna take a quick look at Doge here. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so Dogecoin, very simply put, in the same situation as we left it yesterday. Let's take a look here. Breaking above that doorway to higher prices. Value area low sitting at 1672. Hold above this level, looking for the bigger move up. Into the POC, 26 cents. That is your next major stop for Dogecoin. Now remember, Dogecoin, very similar to what we just looked at on Bitcoin, right? We got that breakout, that wiggle back to the downside, and the test of the POC. This is basically what we just saw on Bitcoin. Got the breakout of the bigger range, right? We got the breakout, the retest of the POC, the bigger move up. Same exact thing that we see on Dogecoin. The breakout, the retest, it looks a little different. It was a little bit more elongated, obviously, but you get the breakout, the retest, the POC, the bigger move up. I like this. I think, especially now that Trump won the election, Dogecoin's probably going to moon, right? And, is it going to moon instantly? I don't know. But this is nice, right? As long as we can hold this value area low as support, I would be looking up towards that POC at 26 cents. Now, key level of support, obviously going to be the 16-cent value area low. That's your key level right here. Very simply put, resistance till proven otherwise, break above it, hold it as support. That's where you're looking for the move up. Pretty much the same thing we were looked at yesterday. Now, I don't, see anything that's like, oh, my God, yeah, like it's kind of looking the same thing as Bitcoin, right? Like potentially looking for cool-offs. But, right now, again, like this is hard to trade, right? You really got to you got to wait for some consolidation or something. But, yeah, key level, 16 cents, almost 17 cents. And what happens here? Get above, flip it to support, you're off into the races. So as long as you remain above this, I am going to be looking up for Dogecoin, especially with the news going on, like with everything going on with Elon. It's probably going to be pretty fire. I'm probably going to get a pretty big move up, in my opinion. Not an instant move, but yeah, as long as we hold above that value area low, this thing looks pretty dang good. Let me pull this fib real quick. So yeah, we hold on top of this fib. Yeah, hold on top of this fib. Nice confluence there. So, yeah, if we did get the retracement, I don't know if you're lucky enough to get it down there, but if you do get that retracement back down, I would potentially be looking for pushes up on Doge there. That's what I'd be looking at. But I don't know if you're going to be lucky enough to get back down there, to be quite honest. You getting this retracement just yet? Yeah, it came back down for a golden pocket retracement. But, yeah, that's what I'd be looking at on Doge. Plain and simple. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum, guys. Ethereum with this crazy scam wick earlier today. I don't know what that was all about. Does anybody know what that was all about? Anybody got the lowdown on the scam wick here? Let's see. Whiff. We could take a look at Whiff in a minute. But yeah, Ethereum back above its value area high. Back above its value area high. It is, yeah, we didn't, at least the range that I had pulled, we did not test the POC, but we may, if you pull this a little slightly different, you may be able to get that POC, but it wasn't what we were looking at. Came back down to almost test that POC, and now we are just getting a breakout once again, right? This golden pocket is your key level of resistance on Ethereum, sitting at about 27.13. Break above this level, look to go into the 786. Break the 786, that's your doorway to much higher prices. Break that 786, that's where I'm looking to between $3,100 to $3,200 and potentially beyond. It's all the same thing that we've been looking at recently. And I think, guys, I may separate the altcoins from the Bitcoin streams. I think I may do either an earlier day stream where maybe we look at both and then just keep this stream as Bitcoin. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do here, but I think we might separate them. But either way, right? Same thing. We're at the value area high. This is key resistance. Break above the golden pocket. I'm looking for the move up to about 28.39. Break above 28.39. This is where I'm looking for a much bigger move up. Now, where are we looking? We're going to simply pull up our current range here. We have the value area low sitting at about $3,000. Once we get above that, we're in this larger value area. This is probably where things are going to get a bit more exciting for Ethereum. Once we get out of here, break that 786, I'm going to be looking to flip this value area low to support and fill the range in whole. Now, obviously, we have a bunch of resistance. I'm going to hide these spider lines for now. I got to hide them individually. Bada boom, bada bing. So, yeah, we do have some levels of resistance here. But for the most part, right, those are just going to be like kind of local noise, right? Get above here. Get here, flip this, go to the POC, flip the POC, go to the value area high. That is coming in at $3,700. And again, we talk about this all the time. Auction market theory, guys. Value sitting down here, value sitting up here. Once you impulse out of this range, you are going to seek the previous area of fair value, which is simply sitting in this range. And again, I'm not going to go over it right now because we covered it like a bazillion times recently. But there's a ton of altcoins that are set up in this. TIA being one of those very, very, very obvious cases. Right, like TIA, deviate below the low is what we were looking at. Right, get back into this range, look for a move up to the high, break out here, go to the value area low, flip the value area low, fill the rest of the range. Right, value, easy peasy. Right, simple, I should say, not easy. So yeah, this is kind of we've been talking about for a while here. This is nice accumulation on TIA. Once we break out of here, it's probably going to be a nice move up, in my opinion. I'm probably going to make a video about this. And a lot of these other coins that are set up like that. XRP. Let's take a look at XRP real quick. XRP with a fire 10% move. Let me go ahead and let me see. I think we do have the TA saved here. Pull up the XRP. Do we not have? Oh, here we go. Okay, so let me zoom out. Bada boom. So yeah, here's your local range, right? I mean, XRP just do something. Get above this value. I mean, you're coming up to key resistance here. Let me get rid of this fib. You're coming up to the value area low, which is key resistance. So, yeah, I would say on XRP, if we can get above this level between 54.5477 and 0.5545, that's your key level. Get above the golden pocket, get above the 786 value area low, then you can look for a huge move to the POC at 59 cents. And then you can look for a gigantic move to the value area high at 62 cents. So, yeah, hopefully we can get that. I mean, that's a nice move. But, yeah, we'll see. You have the bull divs confirmed on the 16-hour, no daily bull div. But those are the key levels, right? Obviously, XRP has not really been doing much. Even if it gets a move up to the 62-cent level, it's basically just continuing the sideways range here with a big deviation back into the value area, back up to the high. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'd be looking at. 90-minute money flow crossover with that daily green dot. That is nice. That could potentially give you the continuation up into that range, but that's what I would look at. Value area low. One more time. Value area low, 55 cents. POC sitting at 59.60 cents, and then the value area high at 62 cents. And remember, guys, the 62-cent value area high here is going to be absolutely key because not only is the value area high of your local range, but also the value area high, that's a weekly naked point of control, the value area high of your macro range. This is essentially your first doorway to much higher prices. Why is that? Do I have it on this? Because, guys, that value area high is right in line with the previous value area low, which is really what we want to break into. Once you get above that, that's where we can start looking for a bigger move up on XRP, potentially targeting up to about $1.30. So there you go. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Might be seeing a little bit. Might be seeing another little push up on BTC. Let's see. Bada boom. Check the trade. Bada bing. Up 410. Not too shabby. Shout out to Zen that said you could do TA on some of the leading gainers of the day and maybe even the biggest losers. Shout out to Zen. We may be doing something similar to that with some new videos. Shout out to VW. Shout out to you, bro. I think you're leaving. Asta Pasta, bro. Thank you for being here. Love, peace, and hair grease. Shout out to VW John. Let's see. Shout out to Michael Mayberry. Says, dude, that scam wick came to 70 cents of my stop loss while I was napping, still pumping. Yo, shout out to Michael. Interesting. I wonder, yeah, wow, that would have been miserable to get that scam wick to stop you out. Would have been nice if he had some long orders down there that got filled. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, shout out to International. Said, Frankie, you're a G. You're always reassuring us. Shout out to you, bro. And yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm doing the opposite of reassuring people because it's like sometimes I'm like, people are really bullish and I'm somewhat bearish, at least for a push to the downside, right? Like if I were on YouTube saying, hey guys, we're looking for a short here. Yo, is everything good with this stop loss? Should I just close the trade here? Maybe this is a sign. Okay. What is happening with this stop loss? This has never happened to me on this has never happened to me. There's been times where I thought like, oh my god, my stop loss got deleted. But it's really just like more likely that I forgot the stop loss, right? Like, let's be realistic. I think a lot of people like to like blame exchanges for like, oh, they liquidated me because the exchange makes money. And it's like, that's not really how it works, right? Like, if anything, the exchanges are incentivized to keep you profitable, right? Because they get paid by fees, right? Trading fees. So if you just go in and they liquidate you instantly, they're gonna like, it's not beneficial to them. It's beneficial for them, like, not even that they help you win, but, like, if anything, if they did have control, they would want you to win more, right? Because they just want you to trade. They don't care if you win or lose. They make money when they're long, short, win or lose. Like, they're making money on the trading volume, right? So it's like, I used to think that too. Like, back in the day, I used to be like, oh, my God, the exchanges are a scam. It's like, no. It's like, trading's hard and you keep losing your trades. It's okay. Same thing with the stop losses. Yo, shout out to Jason Kessler. Says, ain't no stops. Screw the stop loss. Yeah, we're doing that. Hey, Jason, bro. Hey, shout out to Jason. We're going to, Jason's here, so we're just going to keep the stop loss off. Let's do that. Let's see. Shout out to Jason. Jason, I don't know if you hopped in and hopped out, but I did see your super chat eventually. I was pretty late to that. But thank you, bro. I appreciate you so much for being here, dude. Let's see. Hey, shout out to Caesar. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, hey, bro, check out SD. It's cheap 2.0, like Nero is Doge 2.0. The dog behind Shiba Inu. Oh, baby. All right, let's see. ESTEE. Let's take a look. Oh, man, I'm not going to be able to find a good chart on this, am I? Okay, no, it's not bad. Whoops. It's not that bad. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. It's not like it doesn't look like a complete and total. Usually when we look at stuff like this, it just looks like complete, like, it's like the wicks are all crazy. There's no liquidity or whatever. Like, all right, 30-minute is looking a little weird, but it's okay. This is definitely, we could do something with this. I mean, hey, let's just, let's go ahead and pull the fixed range on it. Let me see. Bada boom. Let's pull the VPVR up real quick. Bada boom. Bada bing. All right, let me hide the value area high, value area low, and the POC. All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the higher time frames. All right, doesn't want to load on the higher time. Okay, there we go. All right, this is going to be Yeah, I mean, this is kind of there's not much to really. It's just kind of ranging, to be quite honest with you. Volume profile is, and let me see here. Okay, so I would maybe look at this one. Let me see something. Something like this. So, yeah, this is probably the profile I would look at personally. Not that if you're looking at a different one, it's wrong. Just means those levels will be different, probably, but they will probably still be respected. But this is just generally what I would look at. A lot of people ask me, you know, Frankie, where do you pull your volume profiles from? It's kind of hard. I kind of just I pull them over sideways price action, right? I like to pull them within ranges, but, you know, like the exact candles and, like, the way I like to pull them is kind of subjective in my opinion, right? It's like a little bit more of an art than a science, and I hate saying that when it comes to trading. Yeah, I hate saying that when it comes to trading, but it is true, right? Like, I just like to pull it until I get it just right, and the way I like to look at it and the way that I find that it works the best, and that's what I go with. But yeah, we'll see here. It's kind of hard. You know, this 4-hour money flow has basically been in the red like for the lifespan of the, you know, whole trend here. Money flow back into the green. I mean, it's nice. You break back into the range, go to the high, you're holding the low. I would be looking at this range. Value area high. I'm not going to read out these numbers. You guys can kind of just see these. Let me go ahead and see if I can make these a little bit bigger for you. There you go. So there you go, right? These are the value area high, value area low POC. Money flow crossing over into the green on the 4-hour. It's kind of hard to look at this. It's a little bit of a hard chart just because it's not a lot. I mean, money flow coming on to the 10-hour, that's pretty nice. You know, do I like longing into the value area high? No. It's like the opposite. I would rather look for pullbacks here. You are getting a red dot on the 10-hour. Let's check the daily. Not a lot of information on the daily. 12-hour red dot looking to print. Let's check that 45-minute. Yeah, I mean, the money flow looks good. It's just not necessarily exactly what I like to see for an entry here. I mean, you're up at that macro value area high, not like the real ideal place for me to take a long. Now, you know, if this was a little bit cleaner on a lower time frame, if you were looking at a local volume profile like this, you could potentially, you know, find some longs down here. But as you can see, like, it is wonky here, probably very low volume, low liquidity. You get these little wonked out, like, kind of spiky candles. So I just wouldn't be interested in trades like that. But, you know, longer term, you know, I would say as long as you're able to, I would look at this range as your key levels. And then if you eventually get the breakout, that's where, you know, this thing's probably going to start to rip. Now, where are you likely to go on the rip? I would probably be looking right here. That's not going to work. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, once you break this, like, you're probably going to come in here, but really, like, the next significant area I would look at, probably going to be up here. Right? Value area low, POC, value area high. So wow, that's weird. I did not mean to draw that arrow perfectly to that value area low. But that's what I'd look at. Breakout here, get above the value area low, into the POC, above the POC, into the value area high. That is what I would look for. So, yeah, it's kind of like, even if you were to extend this volume profile, right, it's just very clear you have lower value, and then your upper value would be up here. And then once you break out, that's where you would be targeting, which would be a nice, you know, to the high here, a nice 400% pump. And then who knows? If it goes into price discovery, who knows? I do not know a lot about this. It sounds like, I guess it's a meme coin, apparently. But there you go. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Tia, yeah, we can take a look at Tia. Shout out to Tanush. Hopefully I said that right. All right, yeah, let's take a look at Tia. Even though we kind of already looked at Tia, but you know, just in general, like my thesis here has been exactly the same. Bullish on Tia inside this accumulation range long term. Short term, what do you have here? You have your, I believe there were 1 hour. Oh no, you had this on things like Beam though, I think. You had this 1 hour bull div, even Arrow. Oh man, this 1 hour bull div with the money flow coming up, gave you that moonshot. Absolutely beautiful. But Tia, right, you deviate below the low. I mean, this is long territory. Discount. Overvalued, right? Overvalued, right? Cheap. Longs. Shorts, right? So yeah, I mean, this is pretty nice. You actually didn't get the most beautiful confirmations here, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I mean, you got like some kind of wonky bull divs here. But yeah, you deviate below the low. I mean, we're back above that value area low. So very simply put, value area low at 474, 475 is your key level of support. As long as you remain above that level, I'd be looking for a full rotation of this range, just like back here. Get back in. Maybe you lose it again a little bit. That's okay, right? As long as you get back in there, you're looking for the rotation back up. Rotation back down. Rotation back up. Didn't get to the high, but you reject the POC. Rotation back down. And especially with the way things are looking right now, could potentially see a full rotation of that range coming in here pretty soon. So there you go. Pretty quick and dirty on Tia. But that's what I'd be looking at, guys. That is, simply put, what I would be looking at. All right, let's continue on here. Bada boom, bada bing. Cool, thanks, man. Shout out to Tanusha. No problem, bro. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Hey, shout out to Jessica. What is going on? Let's go. Welcome in. She says, stop shorting. Stop shorting. Shout out to Jessica. I can't stop shorting. We can only stop shorting when it stops making us money. Shout out to Jessica. Let's go. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. That one wouldn't have played out. But our short now is. What chart are we on? Oh, this is the live stream chart. All right. Let's see. Bada boom. Check back in on Bitcoin in the context that we were looking at it in. Here we are. Here we are. Back down at that value area low. Should we hedge? Should we hedge here, guys? Oh, no. I mean, money flow on that. 5-minute coming out. 80-minute bear div confirmed. 90-minute bear div confirmed. 2-hour bear div confirmed. 4-hour red dot. There it is. We need that 15-minute money flow to come out. If this, oh, man, they're teasing us here, guys. I would have loved it if we got this green dot and it didn't give us the bull div. That would have been nice, but now we're just elongating this green dot. So, like, now maybe we just get the bull div, the bear div here, and then we come up, stop out the short. I don't know. Kind of hard to say here. I'll be quite honest with you. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we'd have to long. If we were going to long that, it's a deviation below the low, but we'd basically just be longing like a 5-minute bull div with money flow going against you. That'd be hard. That'd be hard. Not that it can't play out. Again, like that 15-minute is kind of, yeah, I'd really like to see this money flow start coming out. What's a 12-minute look like? 12 minutes coming out, but that VWAP coming up, I think we probably have another push up here coming. The question is it going to be, is it going to be a push up into put in a lower high and then get a bigger move down, or are we going to put in that bear div? If we don't, I don't want to put in that bear div in the case of the short. Wouldn't mind something like this, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, technically you got bull divs below the value area low, but the money flow is just going against you here. So the idea here would be the bull div brings you back above the POC into the value area high. Go ahead, make me a fortune teller, Bitcoin. Make me a fortune teller. But that money flow is not looking good for the continuation. And that is the 5-minute money flow, though. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I will be honest with you guys. Invalid chart link. What the heck? I guess I'll just pull it up over here. Come on, baby. Pull it up. All right, there we go. So, Yeah, I don't know. Hard to call here. Hard to call. Would be nice to just continue up, honestly. Bing bong. Let those spot bags rip. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here, guys. We'll have to see what happens here. Maybe, I'm sure the second I end the live stream, it will start absolutely slapping. Let's see. The liquidations are killing us. Shout out to Jessica. Yeah. I assume you're talking about the short liquidations. It's like everyone just keeps shorting the highs, liquidated. Insane. Absolutely insane. Long, baby, long. Everybody long at the same time. All right, let's see. It's going to move up or down fast after the stream. Yeah, it's like literally the second we end the stream, it goes and moves. It's insane. Did somebody say slapping? Yo, shout out to Slapping Kulo. Yo, shout out to Slapping Kulo. Let's go. Oh, baby, she's dumping. She's dumping. Go, baby. Send it to 0. Send it to 0. We're going to get rich, guys. We're going to get rich. Oh, send it to nothing. Let's go. Let's go. We're never getting that 15-minute green dot. We're never getting it. We're never getting it. I really would have loved to gotten the green dot and then have, oh, yeah, let's go. Send it to nothing, baby. Send it to nothing. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. Up 485. Let's go. Come on. Send it to 0. Let's see if we can hit that 786. Let's see if we can hit that 786. Come on, baby. Lose that golden pocket. Lose that golden pocket. Don't hold it as support. Oh, God, that might be the death of us here, guys. That might be death of the short, death of the long. I mean, death of the short. Sorry, guys. I probably shouldn't be trading right now on 1 hour sleep, to be quite honest. But sorry for the lack of energy here, guys. I'm really trying to keep it together. But we did get some extra energy last night at 11 p.m., guys. Shout out to all 971 of you guys watching here, guys. Smash that like button if you like the content, if you're learning something, if I've ever taught you anything. Oh, baby, she's going for the 786. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Short it to 0, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Just do it. Just do it. Let's go. Shout out to M Ninja. Let's get it. Dump it. Dump it. 786 coming in here, baby. 786 coming in here. Come on. Come on. This is why you don't long bull divs. This is why you don't long bull divs against that money flow, baby. You don't long bull divs against that 5-minute money flow, especially with a confirmed 80-minute red dot. Hang on 1 second, guys. What is 1/16 of 80? I think it's 5. 5. Okay, I was right. Didn't even have to question my math there. So, yeah, that is technically a 1/16 market cipher B strategy there with the 5-minute money flow, guys. Playing out live. Playing out live. Money flow crossover into the red on the printing of your 80-minute red dot. We talk about this constantly, guys. Oftentimes, that will give you a continuation to the downside. And the continuation, the trend you're looking at, is on the money flow time frame. In this case, the 5-minute. Right? So this would indicate that the trend was going to continue down. Right? Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Right? So there you go. Playing out beautifully here. And usually the bigger move down starts on that money flow crossover. What happens? Literally the money flow crossover marks the start of that bigger drop to the downside. Let's go. Shout out to Had a Channel said, why did you do that math? I don't even know. I don't know why I'm doing anything right now, to be quite honest with you. I've completely lost my mind, guys. I've completely lost my mind. My mind. If you shout out to the Discord, guys. Like, I've completely lost my mind here. But guys, this was the secret. The secret to the risky short position. Again, not risky as in where you could lose a lot of money, but risky as in low probability, because it was very yeah, I don't know. Risky is not, like, risk implies that I'm gonna lose a lot of money if I lose the trade, which is not the case. But low probability kind of. We were trying to look for the short, and I said, just drop that super risky short I took in the Scout channel. The Bears and the Bulls are fighting, but I just put Phoebe in her bear Halloween costume, and I'm unleashing the secret weapon. Go get him, Phoebe. And she came in there, and she started destroying the Bulls. Shout out to Phoebe, going absolutely insane. But yeah, guys, this is, I've just been completely delirious all day long. It's crazy, but I could not go to sleep. We had to be awake for the Mafia. We had to be awake for the Mafia, guys. So shout out to the premium Discord. Let's see. Bada boom. Okay, so let's go ahead and shout out to all 1,000 people in here, guys. Smash that like button. What are we at here? 487 likes, guys. Let's run it up to 750. We can hit 750 likes. I will give away a bunch of Solana or whatever. Tony D, let's drop a poll and see what people want to win here. We'll drop drop all the popular coins, all the cool kid coins, and see what everybody wants, and we will give it away on Friday if we hit 1,000 likes. Smash it up, baby. Smash it up. Yo, shout out to Wig589 said, Frankie, you're trapped asleep in your dream. Wake up. Grab a brush. Put on a little makeup. Let's go. Shout out to Wig589. I'm not going to lie. That kind of just tripped me out because I'm that tired, bro. Guys, it's not often that you guys see Frankie Candles, and I know I probably seem really high energy, but it is not often that you guys will see me like literally like, I feel like I look rough right now. Like I am dragging along here. But that's not stopping us. That's not stopping us from making this money, baby. That's not stopping us from making this money. 750 likes. Frankie does the BTC all-time high dance. Shout out to Gene Lee. Maybe we'll do that. And by the way, guys, the all-time high dance is also previously known as the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg. Guys, Mrs. Candles is probably like, what, who am I with? Who is this guy? What is this guy doing? What am I doing with my life? Let's see. 1XP today. Shout out to All Set. I didn't sleep last night, but I'm not tired. Weird. Shout out to Joshua. That is usually the case, situation that I'm in, but not today. Time for Mrs. Candles to put you to bed. I'm just like, I'm delirious. Take the mouse away from him. Tell him to stop trading. All right. What do we want to look at now? Oh, baby, she's bouncing hard off the 786, guys. What are we gonna do? We should have taken a hedge long there. We should have taken a hedge. Oh my god. All the gains are gone now. We should have taken a hedge. Guys. We should have taken a hedge. Unbelievable. Ondo, I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look at Ondo, guys. Again, I'm probably going to do some altcoin updates coming up here pretty soon. Guys, Ondo is something I am looking to pick up. Very similar to a lot of these other coins. We are simply in that accumulation range, right? Like I just talked about on Ethereum, like I just talked about on TIA. Back above the value area low, into the value area high. I don't know how accurately I was able to guess that, but let's see. Wow. Not that close, actually. I tricked myself. Not that close. But deviate below the low, guys. And actually, let's pull the Frankie Candles Essentials indicator on this, right? Frankie Candles Essentials by Lux Algo. Shout out to Lux Algo, guys. If you want this indicator for free, 0 strings attached, search my name in TradingView, and you will find it. So here you are, right? Let's come up to, I guess, a higher time frame. Maybe let's take a look at it on the 4-hour. So here we are. Let me go ahead and change some of my settings here. I probably should just save these as default. I'm going to go ahead and use Market Cipher B as my divergence detection. Where am I? Bada boom. Let's go ahead. I'm going to turn off the automatic fib levels, and I'm just going to keep the divergences and the sauce cans. Beautiful. So if you guys don't know about this indicator, it is simply just an indicator that can help you understand my trading strategy based off the volume profiles, which simply put is waiting for deviations below and then looking for long positions. And again, you can't trade these as signals. You have to know what you're looking at. This signal here, in my opinion, if I was trading it on the 4-hour, you have the bullish divergence, but your money flow is in the red, right? So you have to understand when not to take trades because this is just programmed to print things when certain things happen on the chart. But it's not just the bullish divergence that makes you long, right? You have to make sure money flows go in the right direction, etc. But for the most part, you put this bullish divergence in, lower lows on price action, higher lows on your momentum waves, right? And then you start to get a wiggle up, and now money flow is coming to the upside. And then you come back down, put in another bull div with money flow in the green, look for the retracement into the value area low, back to the POC, back to the value area high, where we then deviate again. I'm sure you had some kind of signal up here. I don't know on what time frame it would have been. I'm not going to hunt for every single signal. But simply put here, come back over to the 4-hour. This was actually the signal on a lot of these altcoins to get back into their accumulation range. Nice 4, and not even that, but honestly, the 1 and 2-hour bull divs with money flow coming up. This money flow coming up with these 2-hour bull divs is very nice. Very nice. Back into the range, back to the POC, back to the high. This strategy, guys, print money, right? And it's not easy. It's not that easy, right? You can't just see the sauce can. You can't just see a divergence. Like I said, you have to understand the context of money flow. You have to understand, other things that you need to be looking at, the context of the overall market. What is the high time frame? What do the high time frames say, et cetera, right? So it's not as easy as just coming here, looking for a 1 hour bull div, and then just making a ton of money. But in a way, it is that simple, right? It's not that easy, but it is somewhat that simple. But you just have to understand multiple things. You have to have multiple things pointing. You can't just see a divergence. You need to see also money flow. You need to understand the context of the higher time frames. If the daily was looking super, super bearish, I probably wouldn't be looking for huge bounces here, right? But that was not the case. And we're just back within the range. And you might feel like, oh, my God, I missed the move here. I'm like, sure. I mean, I guess if you were looking for a long, a leverage long, sure, I guess you missed the move. But, this is still a beautiful little accumulation range for Ondo, in my opinion. I am picking up Ondo in this range. Not telling you to. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I don't like to promote any specific projects, right? I don't know if this is going to go to, I have high hopes for this, but that does not mean that it's guaranteed to pump. This is just what I'm doing. This is where I'm putting my money, right? So there you go. And in the grand scheme of things, guys, this thing will likely have a lot more room to run, right? Like, even if we were just to look at, regular old weekly resistance levels, right? Plain old weekly resistance, right? Not even looking at the volume profiles. Next big levels of resistance here. I mean, you got one right here as well. But I mean, once you get out of this range, guys, like, you're probably going to come up and play in here, and then potentially go off into all-time highs, right? Which would be very nice. And I already have a chart marked out for this, right? So you have the, this is kind of your next range to the upside. Breakout, you can look up towards about 98 cents. Once you break out of this range, I would be looking for a 98 cent Ondo, right? And then look for the fill of the range, potentially up to about $1.33. Very simply put. There we go. Bada boom. Shout out to Kaiser. Shout out to you, Kaiser. I don't know how to say that name. Shout out to you, bro. He says #value. Let's get it. Chud. Shout out to Dave. Let's check Chud. Chud Jack. I guess that's what that is. Impossible to chart. Can't look at that. Maybe this one. Oh, I guess we looked at this at one point. Oh, no, this is just from the other chart. All right, I don't know what this is. This looks... I don't know what this looks like. This, honestly, I don't know what this is. What is this? Somebody tell me what this is. I got into Ondo at 21 cents. I usually lose money, so this one is new for me. Yo, shout out to V-Sun. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the chat. Let's get it. What about Arrow? We'll take a look at Arrow in a second. Arrow is absolutely ripping. Yeah, we can take a look at that. What's Bitcoin doing right now? Just still kind of teasing us? Oh, baby, come on. Do it. Dump it. Come on. This is technically the final TP on that trade, but guys, we're just going to risk it. We're risking it for the Mafia, baby. Okay, so let's go back to Chud, whatever that is. Let's see. Let's pull this golden pocket. I mean, this is definitely your key resistance. Bada boom. But at the same time, you could look to potentially break on in to... Yeah, could look to break on in to this value area. But to be honest, like, this golden pocket 786 is going to be very, very key resistance. Once you break above that, and again, I don't know anything about this project, and there's no price action really above that. So, once you break that 786, if you don't wind up just kind of like swing failing the all-time high, then it's kind of hard to say where it can go. I can pull an extension here. Let me go ahead and do that for you. Let's see. Now, again, just because there's fib levels up here does not mean it's guaranteed to go to that level. But for me, if you break that all-time high, I'd be looking up between about, 0.0391 up into 0.42 up into 0.47. These would be the next targets to the upside, in my opinion. I'd be looking at it as somewhat of a zone. But that's what I'd be looking at as far as that bigger breakout into these zones. above that all-time high. So there you go. Shout out to Chud. I don't know what it is, but yeah. But guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I do want to end a little bit early tonight. I don't even know if it's early. We still got 920 people in here, but I do have to hop out of here, guys. I need to try to get to bed early tonight, or I am not going to make it tomorrow. Oh, no, we're right on time. We're actually went a little bit over. So shout out to the Mafia, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. Bitcoin at all-time highs. What an exciting time to be alive here. We got a crypto bullish president about to take office, and it's unbelievable, guys. We are about to see life-changing gains enter this market. So buckle up, guys. The fun has only begun. And FOMC tomorrow, we may stream it. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. We may stream it, but FOMC tomorrow, so be careful. The volatility is probably not over, but if it gets bullish tomorrow on FOMC, guys, we may start to see this move go absolutely ballistic. And then, yeah, we'll see if this short winds up playing out. But, guys, with all that being said, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Smash that like button on your way out. Still, if we hit 1,000 likes, by some miracle, if 500 people smash that like button on the way out, I will be giving away $500 in Solana or whatever altcoin everybody picked. It looked like I don't even see the other options, but Solana got 77%. If we get 1,000 likes before the end of the stream, guys, I will give away $500 in Solana on Friday's live stream. That's all the time I got for tonight. Happy all-time high, guys. Soak it in. Enjoy those spot bags pumping, and we're going to be looking for those next entries. Hopefully the short plays out. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with the market updates and in tomorrow's live stream. I'll see you next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, thought they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up from my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Shout out to Randy Hipper. Randy, I can't believe I did not know you were on Fox Business, and you like said in the chat, you're like, yeah, I've been on it like 7 times. I went and checked some of that out. Shout out to you, Randy. You crush it. Just so you know, you were awesome on camera, and you absolutely crushed all of those appearances on Fox Business. I'd be a nervous wreck if I was on that, and you looked awesome. You crushed it. Shout out to Randy. I can't believe I did not know that existed. Shout out to you. Congratulations on that. That was awesome. So shout out to Randy, guys. You go check Randy out. And guys, I think we had 3 people hit the like button on the way out. Let's run it up to 1,000. We're going to give away, I'll give away $1,000 in Solana if you guys can run it up to 1,000 before we end that live stream. Short, continuing to play out here, guys, actually. Bada boom. Let's lose that 786 and dump it. If not, I might just take a 700x long from that 786. We'll see what happens. But guys, with all that being said, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love each and every single one of you. That's all I got. Frank Candles out. Bing bong!
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal